In the next few minutes, I'm going to walk you through the 6 essential steps that you need to take to build a perfect pest control website, one that generates leads and high quality customers for you. So, in the next few minutes, I'm going to show you a bunch of different examples of pest control websites that I have built and which elements of those are actually working. So by the end of this video, you have everything you need to build the perfect website. Now, before we dive into this, my name is Peyton Smith with Best Pest Marketing, and we do a lot of pest control websites. So we know what works and we know what doesn't. And so I'm excited to share some of these things with you in this video. So let's get into it. All right, step number 1 is you need to make sure that your website has a strong call to action. So your call to action is the action that you want them to take. So oftentimes this is in the form of a button or a link, and you're going to try to get them to contact you, schedule service, request an estimate. And so on all of these websites that I want to show you, we have a strong call to action. So for example, schedule service today. We've got this in a bright color. It's easy to see. We also have a secondary call to action that doesn't stand out quite as much, which is just call us. Here's another example of this. Start your quote. You can see that this is a solid color button. So we're pulling most of their attention to this button. And then we have a secondary call to action, which is just see services. And we've utilized just an outline button. So people still see it. They can still click it, but it doesn't draw as much of their attention. And then, of course, always up here in the nav, which is sticky, so it doesn't move. So no matter how much they scroll, they still have this free quote button. Another example here is our free quote button up here in the navigation, but we also have a form right here front and center. And this call to action, like on all the other websites, we want to make sure that it is above the fold, or in other words, the prospect doesn't have to scroll to find it. So they can fill out this information right here, click get a free quote, and they're in contact with you just like that. Here's another example, schedule appointment, but up here we have a little bit stronger messaging where it says free inspection plus 50% off your first service. So we're really encouraging them to click to contact us. And when they click this schedule appointment, it's going to give them a few options. They can fill out a form, they can call you, they can even text you to schedule that appointment and get pricing. And one more example right here for Prodigy Pest Solutions. We've got get a free estimate. Again, a strong color. Their attention goes right to it. And in this instance, when they click it, again, they've got all these different options to text for a quote, fill out a custom form. However they prefer to contact you, they're going to be able to do it. All right, step number 2 is good social proof. We're going to come back here to the homepage of Prodigy Pest. And social proof can be demonstrated in a number of different ways. This can be by showing reviews, number of reviews, your total out of 5-star rating, or you can show badges. This instills a lot of trust, and it makes it easier for people to commit to contacting you and using your services. So this is something that we like to include on all of our websites. Right here, we've got your rating based on number of reviews, and we've got some badges. A few other examples of this are right here. You can see that we reuse this element because it resembles what Google shows on their review platform, so it just helps people really trust you. A few other options is we can put it up here at the top of your website so it can always be seen every page that they go to. So again, the more that we can demonstrate how much people trust you by the number of reviews you have, and then any sort of badges, certifications, anything that supports your expertise is going to go a long way in your conversion rates. All right, step number 3 is having good imagery. So obviously any sort of images that show a family that's able to spend time out in their yard. They're happy, they're in the grass. You can also show pets, you can show the outside of a home. And one of the most powerful things that you can show is you actually performing a service or even talking with a customer. If they can see you in uniform, even if you just show them your truck or your vehicle, something to help them see that you're a legitimate business. And anytime that you can have a picture of a smiling face, it's just going to help people feel better, more at ease, and they're going to be more likely to contact you. Now, there are a lot of great websites where you can get free images for your website, so you don't have to pay hundreds of dollars for custom images. You can go to Pexels or Unsplash, and I'll put links to those down in the description, but those are awesome websites to pull free images from to use on your pest control website. All right, step number 4 is to use local keywords. So for the vast majority of you watching this video, your company services only a small number of different cities and locations. And so you want to pick your most important location for your homepage, and you want to implement that word in your H1. So what an H1 is your header 1. And this is one of the first things that Google looks at to see what this page is about. So if you want to rank for Tennessee pest control, you want to make sure that this is in your first header. If you want to rank for pest control in Meridian, this better be in your number 1 header. And so this is something that we are utilizing in all of our websites, Pest Control Springfield, Missouri, so we can help our clients rank at the top of Google. This is going to help them get more site traffic, which in turn leads to more leads. So make sure that you're implementing these location keywords in all of your H1s, and you're going to rank much better on the search engines. So step number 5 is hitting hot buttons. This is something that you can do to overcome objections and get people more committed to and excited about your services. So different things like family friendly, pet friendly, the fact that you're licensed and insured and trustworthy, and that your technicians are trained. A lot of times these are the concerns that people are going to have. And so if you put these front and center on your website, it's going to resolve those objections, and they're going to go away, and people are going to be more likely to reach out to you. And then you don't have to take them through that entire sales process of explaining those things to them, because the website has already done it. So there are a lot of great hot buttons that you can use, but one of the most powerful is having some sort of guarantee. A lot of you probably have a guarantee where if they see bugs between services, you'll come back and treat for free or at a discounted rate. And so highlighting this with a section kind of like this, with a badge, 100% pest guarantee, and then a brief explanation, this is going to be a huge hot button for people, and they're going to love the fact that there is a guarantee on your work, so they're not paying for something that might not be effective. Now, step number 6 is having a strong offer. Now, you'll see that there are a variety of different offers that we have for all of these different websites, and it really just depends on you and what you want to do to help get people in the door and get their first service. And so this is a great example, 417 Pest Solutions in Springfield, Missouri. Rather than just saying we do pest control in Springfield, Missouri, we worked with them to come up with this offer, which is a free inspection plus 50% off your first service. And so anytime that you can do any sort of unique proposition that really sparks their interest and sets you apart from your competition, it's going to be way, way easier to get people in the door. So this could be a free inspection. I've even heard of things like a free first service, and then you can upsell them on annual plans. Whatever you're willing to do and whatever has worked best for you, highlight that on your website and you're going to get way more leads. All right, so those are the 6 critical steps to a perfect pest control website. Now, if you'd like me to build a website like this for your pest control company, you can go to bestpestmarketing.co, and all you have to do is click the button, choose a time, and book a Zoom call with me where we'll talk for a few minutes, see if we're a good fit, explore a few options, and even give you a pricing bid. But our websites are typically cheaper than anyone else out there. And the reason for this is we've built so many of them that we're able to reuse assets and content and strategies to make sure that you have a perfect website that's proven to work, but it also saves us a lot of time. So that's why we really specialize in only pest control websites. So if you're interested, again, you can go to bestpestmarketing.co, and I really look forward to chatting with you. And if you would like me to take a look at your website, you can drop a link to that down below in the comments, and I'll make sure to check it out and respond to every single one of those comments. So thanks so much for watching, and we'll catch you in the next video.